So now that we've looked at that piece, let's go ahead and go back into the automations. Now, inside the routine section on the left-hand side, now, like I said, these are all my automatic ones. And then these are my manual ones, which means I would need to start them manually, or maybe they're just automations that I don't yet have set to active. So when we're starting to build out an automation, there's a couple of ways that we can do it. But the very first one would be on this top right-hand side, clicking this new routine button. And we could actually build it the manual way that you're probably really familiar with. So maybe this is a new lead automation. And from here, it's going to go with our contacts database. And then we need to select which important date field is going to be triggering the actual start of this automation. So I'm going to scroll down, and I actually use this one quite often, so it's going to be a little easier for me to navigate. But new lead date would be my important date. Now, one of the things that we can also do is we can add conditions. So if you guys remember, I was talking about that Boolean logic, and it's and or statements that allow us to do different things. So I actually have Boolean logic built into these conditions. So what that means is I can say, hey, I only want this specific routine to start if I have the specific tag of agent included with an and then I could also include a specific condition that they also need to be an agent under their type. Now I could go equal or does not equal. So maybe I need them to be in that regard. I could shift that and to an or, meaning either one of those must be included for it to actually be triggered. So how this plays out is in a really interesting way, because I actually use these conditions in a lot of different capacities. So one of the ways in which I've done this recently was I was hosting a live event called Smarter by Summer, where I was helping teach real estate agents the foundations of using AI in their businesses. So I built out a routine that had all of the different emails that I was going to send them over the course of 75 days. And then I built a condition so that only the leads that I brought into SAM that were tagged for that event date using that important date and had the condition of a specific tag it would be started on. But what this does is it allowed me to import a list and include that specific important date being filled out, as well as that specific tag assigned to everyone in that list. And then boom, all of the automations kicked off at once. And now I have all of those agents receiving emails from me, and I didn't have to go in and manually start the automation on hundreds of different attendees. So think about the time savings that comes into play when we do things like that. So that is how conditions can help encourage us to actually start the automation build.